Welcome to another edition of the Fatu Network News Review today, Tuesday, 24th of July, 2018. My name is Omar Wali. I'll be talking to Madi Jobate and comedian Kitabu Fati. But before that, I will go through the newspapers. The Standard newspaper is reporting that Jammeh will never come back. That's President Barrow said that the former President Jammeh will never come back to the Gambia. The deputy leader of the APRC, Osman Rambojata, told the Standard 2 weeks ago that former President Jammeh might come back and rule this country for the second time. And I have no regrets, Kurang said. Alaji Mamadi Kurang, who was the secretary of the commission, said he has no regret of what had happened. And the assembly rejects Janjambur Area Council financial reports. The state dropped charges against Jimara GDC supporters. They were arrested and they were taken to Basse Magistrate Court, but charges were dropped against them. Chinese President Xi Jinping visits Senegal. The Chinese President Xi Jinping is on a tour in Africa. He was in Rwanda and in Senegal. And Trans-Gambia Bridge inauguration will be inaugurated in January. Trans-Gambia that connects Yali Tenda, Bamba Tenda will be inaugurated in January 2018. The Point newspaper is reporting that Jimara Nam, 3 others acquitted and discharged. The Point also is reporting that the GDC people were acquitted and discharged from Basse Magistrate Courts. The Point also is reporting that deputies reject Janjambure Area Council 2014-2015 report. Former NAWEC MD, you have to negotiate in fear. The former managing director of National Water and Electricity Company said, you have to, and Yankuba Baji also, and court trial progresses. The Point also is reporting that the Trans-Gambia Bridge set for inauguration in January 2019. The Fourier newspaper also reporting that in the 9 NIA case, late Solo Sandeng's grave was 7 meters long. And at Faraba Commission, chairperson National Assembly Environment Committee also testifies. At the Jane Commission, the GPA MD and former NAWEC MD also reappears as it is in the other papers. Honorable Councillor Mane discharged. The Voice is reporting that the same story from the Basse Magistrates Courts, and President Barrow also transform URR. President Barrow said that during his dialogue with the people tour. The Gambia lawyers launches a new professional body. They were in this office here last week, and they said they also launched the Gambia Bar Association. So, Kotu Senior Secondary School also graduate 332 students. So, those are one we have for you on the papers. I will now move to Madi Jobate. Welcome once again.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Well, President Barrow has said that he will build 60 mosques in the country. What is your reaction to that through the youth movement?
Well, I'm shocked. I guess so many citizens are equally shocked, surprised, and disappointed. Because the matter raises many issues. It has troubled our constitution in the first place, because our constitution is very clear that Gambia is a secular state, which means in the conduct of public affairs, in the making of public policy, in the provision of development goods and services to our people, consideration is not, or religion is not an element to, determine or influence, those decisions, particularly.
Yeah. Okay. Also, to make it, we have Fatu also on the line. Fatu, if you want to contribute, you can let us know. You stay on the line there. I'm here with Madi Jobate.
Yeah.
So Madi is, we are discussing about the mosque President Barrow said he's going to build, and we'll continue with Madi. You can take a listen. If you want to contribute, please let me know. You can continue.
Yeah, so I was saying the Constitution speaks about Gambia being a secular state, so that you know, in a multicultural setting like the Gambia, you know, you don't you know, base or position public policy, lawmaking, or provision of development services on the basis of religion, particularly one religion. The Constitution even went further. This Section 1 talks about Gambia being a secular state, but Section 100 went further to say the National Assembly shall not make a law to establish a religion, a state religion, so to speak. And we just saw the Constitutional Review Commission Act that spells out one of the values in building the new constitution is that it will maintain the secularism, you know, of the Gambia. So to now have our president speak about a youth movement, which in itself is an issue, why would a sitting president have a youth movement, particularly when you look at our own history, our experience over the past 22 years, is very concerning. And that youth movement is going to build you know, mosques, and nobody is announcing that other than the president himself.
Yeah.
I mean, any youth movement as a civil society organization, you can build thousands of mosques if you wish. But I mean, to have this president serve as the spokesperson for that group, you know, is really concerning. And again, this group, since he's associating himself with this group as the president, one wonders, is this group composed of only Muslim youths, you know, and no other youth from other religions?
Yeah.
You know, so all of those raise this question. And not to talk about the blatant discrimination, exclusion, you know, of the matter, that the president is associating himself with a group seeking only to build mosques in a way that, you know, we don't even know who is behind
the funding,
the funding of this organization or this mosque. You know, so it's pretty unfortunate, really.
Okay, let me interrupt you there. Fatu, will you like to come join us, contribute?
I think right now I will wait because I was not listening when you all started, so I'll wait. I'll let you do this interview and I will come in for other discussions, but I'll be online.
Okay, another issue is, do we need the mosque, or should the mosque be the priority now?
Certainly, for me, religion is a personal matter. And so Gambia is a multicultural society, multi-religious society. So every Gambian more or less belongs to a religion. But then religion also, the right to religion is also constitutional. The freedom of religion is also guaranteed in our constitution. So any Gambian can decide to belong to a religion or not to a religion. And this is all the more reason why when we have a state, a government, it should be above, beyond religion, because then it will put itself in a very difficult situation. You know, you build this mosque. In fact, even let us take Islam. I mean, suppose this is a completely 100% Muslim society. I mean, even within the Muslim community, you have different groups. You have the Ahmadiyya, the Sunni, the Shia, the Murid. Yeah. So which mosque is this really? So that, for me, it's not a priority. I mean, the idea of even thinking about it in terms of a priority, it's a huge diversion, you know, from really the fundamentals, the priorities of this country. That the idea should not even have entered Barrow's mind to the point that he talks about it, to the point that it becomes an issue that you and I have to sit here to talk about, I mean, our government building or supporting any idea or group building mosques, you know. So we have so many things to deal with, you know, and this for me can only bring division, because already one can see that very clearly. Those who are not Muslims are bound to get uncomfortable.
Yes.
You know,
I spoke to a non-Muslim yesterday, and what he told me was like, there is a ban on the registration of churches in the Gambia. But before that, President Barrow said these people, he already secured funding to build this. But yesterday, the director of press was on BBC and said that they will raise funds to build this mosque. Now, quite often we hear Africans said the government cannot do it all. Does that make sense to you? that the government cannot do it all. And my question, if the government cannot do it all, should a youth movement come in to help that government?
Okay, we need to put things in their proper context. That is one of the most meaningless statements I hear people propagate. Government cannot do it all alone.
Yes.
I don't understand what it means. I don't know what they're trying to say. Because in the first place, government is not doing anything all alone.
Yes.
Because whatever the Gambia government has or can do is because of you and me. We are the ones who pay tax. You know, we are the ones in our name that they take loans. In our name, they receive grants. So already you and I have contributed, you know, for our development because we are paying tax. So all that we expect is for that government to now utilize our tax money, the loans and grants it has received in our name, to invest it, to apply it back, so that you and I can obtain decent living. We can obtain goods and services that gives us the high standard of living. That is the job of government. Now, if a citizen, you and me right now, decide to go and clean the street, that is your wish, your desire, but that should already harm the government having the necessary tools to clean streets, because we have paid for the government to clean streets. You know, but certainly, as a citizen, if you feel I can still go and clean streets, or I want to still build a school, I want to give free medical service to citizens, that is good. All right? But that in any case should not be interpreted as supporting government or, as a requirement on you. No, because by the very nature of our political dispensation, those facilities, resources have been provided by us, the people. That the government should provide education, healthcare, build necessary public infrastructure, and create the necessary environment for us to enjoy our rights. So the idea that government cannot do it all alone, that you hear our people say, is one of those tactics politicians and public officials, dishonest politicians, public officials, have utilized since independence to hoodwink the people, to fool the people. It is the same strategy we are seeing with this mosque. This idea of mosque is a clear attempt to fool Gambians, once again, by a leader. We have seen Yahya Jammeh declare the Gambia an Islamic state. Not necessarily that Yahya Jammeh believes in Allah or Islam or cares about, Muslims, but it was a tactic that we have seen, not just them. You go back to history, read about Hitler, you'll be shocked the amount of religious, narratives, rhetoric was, filled in Hitler's statements. You go to Saddam Hussein, even Idi Amin, of all people, Mobutu Sese Seko. You will see a lot of religious, language that they bring in, but all of it is an attempt to merely fool the people. So that, Omar, what I definitely want to say on this matter is, we need to begin to ask, what is the job of the Minister of Justice?
Justice Minister.
Yeah, because if the Minister of Justice is the legal advisor to the government, and particularly the president, there have been many instances where this president, has gone against the constitution or the law or the norms of good governance, for which he needed advice. The Minister of Justice should have advised him. This statement, he should have been advised. That, I would be really concerned if we had a Christian as a president and he goes that there's a youth movement and declares that there are going to be 60 churches in the Gambia. As a Muslim, I'll be concerned about that. Or if you have a Baha'i president or a Rastafarian president or a Jewish president and claims that we are going to build 60 synagogues in the Gambia and I did not mention mosque, I'll be concerned about that. So he needs advice. Not long ago, I heard the president declare that some friends, well-wishers, built for him his house in Mankamankunda, I guess. Yeah, that Akon helped to electrify that.
So, yeah.
Now, that is a terrible statement because it's clearly exposing clearly declaring that he has taken bribes. You know, and the Constitution is very clear about presidents, about public officers not to receive gifts. You know, so those advice should come from the Minister of Justice. He should have been advised. I mean, he received 2 houses in Senegal some time ago.
Okay.
If some 57 people came, and I mean, somebody came and gave him 57 vehicles. Now, all of these are things that our Minister of Justice should have advised the President. Look, I mean, there are certain actions, there are certain words you just cannot utter because there will be a violation of Constitution, of the norms of democracy and good governance. Okay. So that's very concerning to me.
I will come back to you. Fatu, will you like to come over, join us? Hello?
Yes, Omar, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Do you have any question for Madi?
Well, everything he's saying is very interesting. I'm listening, and I know the issue of this mosque is a big debate right now. I'm following it all on social media, and I've been traveling around, that's why I couldn't. But what I want to ask Madi about, he did mention part of that, and that is the ban on the registration of churches, which is very unfortunate. Myself, I never came across that information until yesterday. And we know that what they said, Jammeh said, was the reason why there was a ban on churches was because some of them were going around trying to make money. And you could say the same for the mosques too, because that happened everywhere. So according to the gentleman that you interviewed yesterday, they wrote 2 letters to the president and they never got a reply. What does Madi think about this? Because I think it's very unfair that mosques are coming up and the president is talking about building 60 more new mosques through his foundation or through his youth movement. And until now, there is a ban on the registration of churches, and Gambia is a secular state.
What do you make of that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm shocked to hear this is news to me. But I mean, I totally condemn it. You know, as I said, our Constitution guarantees the right to worship, you know, freedom of religion. And I know of no regulation in this country, no law in this country determining who should build what religious house and how. Okay. And so people build mosques in their homes, you know, people build mosques, communities build mosques in their communities, villages and towns. We even build mosques in workplaces. And there's no regulation that guides that. There's a mosque, a state house. On what basis is that mosque there? All right. So for, you know, Jammeh and now this government to maintain that some churches are built to make money, what does that mean? On what law do they base that on? You know, so I think this is pretty concerning and very disturbing for me as a citizen, because it's clearly a direct assault on our sovereignty as citizens. A Gambian who is a Muslim, I mean a Christian, has the absolute right, like you as a Muslim or a Baha'i or I mean a Rastafarian, to practice your religion as you deem fit. So I mean, government cannot come and control citizens in the way they perform their religion. You know, if a mosque or a church or some religious house is engaged in, I mean, fraud, they have members. They can go to court. If a mosque or a church is engaged in, you know, I mean, acts of violence, the law enforcement is actually address that, or other actions that violate the rights of citizens. We have seen something like this in Rwanda, yes. Just a few weeks ago, going down, where they banned, I mean, closed certain mosques and churches simply because of the way and manner they are infringing on the rights of citizens by the noise that they create and so on. But again, I mean, you have to take due process to do this. So you cannot just, I mean, unilaterally decide that, I mean, some churches are making money out of people. After all, those people who go to those churches, like those mosques, it is their right to go to those churches and to give any offerings that they want to give. So if they feel their pastor or imam is defrauding them in any way, let them go to court.
Viewers, here with Madi Jabate, and Fatu is also on the line from Florida. We are talking about the mosque President Barrow said he was going to build. You may remember the region has been a very, very, very delicate issue. In 1990, President Frederick Chaluba of Zambia declared that country a Christian nation. Few years later, he was toppled out of the government, and he ended up in court. You go to India, you have the Hindu nationalists. One of them said, the BJP said, the three main threats for India are Muslims, Christians, and communists. And in 2015, December 2015, Jammeh declared Gambia as an Islamic state, making it the second one on the continent after Mauritania. How would you describe religious tolerance compared between Barrow and the Jammeh government?
As it is now, I think, you know, we would say this situation remains the same. We have seen during Jammeh's time, the Supreme Islamic Council unleash unprovoked, unfounded, unwarranted attack against the Ahmadiyya movement. And to the point that at one point, that regime had to even expel you know, non-Gambian Ahmadis, the Pakistanis particularly, out of the country. We've seen during those days too, in certain communities where they have infringed on the right of the Ahmadi to practice their religion, including to bury their dead where they wish to bury them. And of course, as you just indicated, Jammeh went further to even declare the Gambia an Islamic state, knowing full well that this country has multiple religions. So which means a direct assault on all of those religions for disregarding them, for excluding them, you know, as Gambian citizens. So that when we come to this level, we have seen when the Ahmadiyya movement requested, to open a television station, again the Muslim, the Islamic Council, and many Gambian Muslim individuals come to condemn that. You know, in Talinding, we saw how Ahmadiyya was refused burial in the cemetery down there. And now to have our president again declare that his government is going to build 60 mosques, you know, regardless of through what mechanism or through what group, indicates that religious intolerance under Jammeh remains the same under Barrow. And this is very, very, very concerning because they are perpetrating injustice, they are perpetrating exclusion and discrimination, and that is a direct threat to national security. And I think somebody needs to inform Barrow to withdraw, you know, that statement, to, you know, separate himself from this youth group, you know, because clearly now this youth group, by such intention, has proven to us that it is directly threatening national security by creating a scenario that is exclusive and discriminatory. So I don't see any difference. The system change that we want when it comes to religious freedom in the Gambia, I'm so disappointed that we would continue to go in this same direction.
When Halifa Sallah said the Gambia needs a system change, there was a lot of talk in the country. Now many people seem to be agreeing on what he said. So you mean, as far as the Gambia is concerned, there is no system change?
Absolutely not. You know, this morning I was telling a friend, you know, I said, you know, there are some basic things that operate under any government, whether it's under Hitler or Idi Amin or, you know, Macky Sall or Kufo or Buhari or under Putin or, you know, Donald Trump. You go to any society, there are certain basic government operations that continue. Whether it's a dictator or a democrat or, a one-party state or a military government, those things happen. If you go to Sierra Leone under Strasser, you'll see massive road infrastructure. If you go to Nigeria under Abacha, you'll see massive road infrastructure. So hospitals will run. I understand. Schools will operate. Electricity would come, even it will go and come. Those things are basic in any government. But that is not to say that the system has changed in that society. So yes, since Jammeh left, a lot of things are going on, and those things will go. Even if we make Omar Wali the president or Mahdi Jabati the president, now we will continue to function. Exactly. But essentially what we are demanding when we see a system change is the very idea, the very attitude, the very culture, the very modus operandi of that government to change fundamentally from what was happening in the past. And that is what hasn't happened. And a clear example of it is this matter about building mosques. You know, I think probably it has even taken us back, you know, behind Yaya Jammeh and taking us forward. Yeah.
Fatu?
I actually, I have a question for Madi, and I will, can you hear me, Omar?
Yes, I can hear you.
I'm sorry. And everyone blame Omar for dragging me out of my bed. It's still early here in the morning, and I'm not talking about you, Omar. I'm saying Omar Wali. But Madi Jobate, I'm reading the Standard newspaper. Actually, I read it this morning, and I saw where Barrow was talking about Jammeh would never come back, you know, in the first place, as if he owns Gambia. I mean, Jammeh can come back. That is after he faced justice. I think there was no reason, or there was nothing to say that he should never come back to Gambia. But what I found interesting here is President Barrow saying that, and I quote, he actually said, but I want to ask whether all the talks in the past 22 years benefited Gambians. That's what he asked the people. And he said, but those who are saying that, I believe I have a low thinking capacity, because he's saying that those who are saying that he does not talk have a low thinking capacity, because this is the same Barrow who campaigned in 3 months and sent out Yaya Jammeh. They said is a lion. So now Barrow is telling Gambians that he is the one who campaigned in 3 months and he removed Yaya Jammeh. I think when I saw this morning, I think this is a very, very, very unfair comment to Gambians, because Barrow did not remove Yaya Jammeh. I think that's very clear. I mean, that's how I see it. So that's why I think maybe I could be wrong. And I want to ask Madi Jobate if this is a fair comment from the president.
Well, I may take it as a fair comment, you know, but maybe one just have to put it into context. Barrow was the presidential candidate for the coalition. We know the circumstances that, you know, in which the coalition emerged. And indeed, it were Gambians who put resources into the coalition, Gambians campaigns, you know, so he was our instrument, and we all rallied around. I mean, for example, I never heard of Barrow until that convention took place, when his name came up, you know.
Exactly.
You know, and I really didn't care what was his program, more or less, you know. I mean, the interest was to see that Jammeh out. Yeah, so individuals have contributed immensely. But again, as the head of that coalition, as the flag bearer of that coalition, and now the president, he can personalize things in that context. I mean, I have campaigned to remove Jammeh, but one would just caution him that when you make those statements, I hope you are giving an allowance to the fact that, okay, with all of your support, you the people, so that it's not highly personalized to the point that he excludes or ignores the fact that you know, all of our citizens contributed to this change that has come. You know, so to some extent, I would say it's a fair comment. But then I would want to know, at the back of his mind, really, how much is he understanding or factoring in the fact that indeed this was, I mean, a whole movement. It was more than him. I mean, he was, of course, a critical instrument, because he was the flag bearer, but this was really more than him, and he cannot take exclusive credit, you know, for what happened, for removing Jammeh. Absolutely not. I mean, you know, so yeah, but I mean, I can stand here and say, you know, I campaigned to remove Jammeh. I mean, recognizing my contribution, you can say the same. You know, Fatu can say the same. And so I guess Barrow also, as a citizen, I mean, and as a candidate, can say the same. But all of us,
you know, Madi, my point here.
Yeah.
Yes, you can carry on.
My point. Okay, let me know when you can hear, when you're hearing me.
Yes, can hear you now.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because my point here is this makes the whole thing so easy. Like 3 months I came and I removed Jammeh, and that's not true, because it took a long time. You know, it was before I joined, it was before Madi joined, it was before Tukurosi joined. This was a long fight. So I think it would be unfair to say, oh, I came 3 months and I removed Jammeh, because that makes it sound so easy. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah, I get that, but you know, Fatu, I think with all fairness to Barrow also, I have heard him in other forums giving credit to Gambians at home and in the diaspora, you know, through the WhatsApp forums. So he's also made those statements, you know, so that again, when I was at this rally, I didn't hear him speak exactly. You know, all of the things he said. I mean, they're just reporting him. So sometimes we, the journalists, speak, you know, a line from a whole bunch of speech, and so it could sound like that. But then, you know, when I say all of this, of course, not to say I, you know, agree or hold that Barrow single-handedly or exceptionally came 3 months to remove. But I agree with Fatu. I mean, this is a thing that started way back. I mean, in fact, if anything, why Jammeh stayed this long is because of the political parties in this country, because they refused to form a coalition in 1996, in 2001, in 2006, in 2021. We saw them establish various efforts only to break it down or to split into various groups.
But we have other like the DAM and the Coalition Front and so on. But you said they refused to form, but those things were in place then.
Yeah, no.
NAD and others.
Yeah, they created NAD and dismantled it themselves. All right, you know.
We have seen the United Front as well.
The United Front, they created the United Front, I think that was 2011. 2011, the United Front was one, I think NRP and others. And then you have PPP, I guess, or UDP and others. And that was a failure because they should have come together. But again, I mean, for their own reasons, they refused to come together, and they split into two, which certainly is not going to make a difference. And in fact, I mean, we saw in 2011, Jammeh thrashed the opposition more than at any time. In 2011, he got 72% of the vote, you know.
Religion has always been, like I said, a delicate issue. Barrow said Jammeh declared Islamic State. This man said he's going to build mosque. You go to other countries, even people are questioning. Like Irsad Manji, the Canadian author, wrote a book, The Problem with Islam. Professor Richard Dawkins, also The God Delusion, where he was saying that the God is a vindictive, bloodthirsty, genocidal, filicidal. Christopher Hitchens, the God is not great. What will you tell to people who will be like, Gambia is a Muslim country?
Okay, I won't get into the theology. I mean, for me, I believe everyone has a right to believe, you know, whatever you want to believe. So if you want to believe on this camera as your God, for me, so be it. I mean, go ahead. But what we just got to understand is the Gambia is multi-religious. Yes. And somebody is a Muslim, somebody is a Christian, and, you know, somebody believes in Baha'i faith and so on and so forth. And certainly, if I'm Muslim, you hold the view that Islam is the best religion. Islam is right. If you are a Christian, you hold that, and that's the only position you can have anyway, that my religion is the best. Now, but you have to understand that, okay, I live with other people who belong to other religions. If I hold mine to be the best, you hold yours to be the best, and so on and so forth. And that this society should be run according to my faith. Then we are threatening the very existence of this society, because it means I'll have to force you to believe in my belief and to act according to my belief. And suddenly you are not going to buy that. And you will resist. And so what that is going to create is war. That, you know, so I have to subdue you, or you have to subdue me in order to either bring you over to mine or just for you to enjoy your freedom. So it's a very common sense thing. That, I mean, if you live in a multi-religious, multicultural society, multi-ethnic society, we should create an environment in which all of us practice, manifest our beliefs, our cultures, you know, in a way that also recognizes human rights and human dignity. Because even in our cultures and our religions, there are practices and beliefs that are against human rights and human dignity. You know, so, but by and large, we have to make sure we create an environment in which everyone would practice his culture or her culture and religion and let another one do the same. So you live and let me live. But if we want to begin to insist on our culture to determine every issue from the point of our culture, that is conflict. Gambia is not run on the basis of the Quran or the Bible. We have the Constitution, and that is because we cannot use the Quran to run our society. That is to determine public policy, public institutions, delivery of public services. No.
Okay, Fatu, I will take final question from you because after Mad, I have Kitab also here.
Yes, and I think I was going to find this out. I was going to verify with Star FM, but I couldn't do it today. I saw on Facebook when I woke up this morning that Sidin Jai said Barrow is going for second term. First, I don't know what authority Sidin Jai has to say this, because as far as I'm concerned, I'm not aware of him being a spokesperson to President Barrow or something. But if Mali Jobate, if what Sidin Jai is saying is true, that Barrow is going for a second term, I mean, what is your take on that? Do you think he is somebody that Gambians should give a second chance?
Well, I will speak my mind. Gambians are too many, so maybe I can't speak for Gambians. Yeah, but I mean, that's Sidin Jai's opinion. Wherever authority he got that from, that's his opinion. Now, for me, I think Barrow should serve 3 years and step down, because that is what, as a coalition, they agreed. And for me, I care about values. I care about integrity. I care about, reputation. So if, as an adult, you give your word, you should be seen to respect your word. So if I'm to advise Barrow, I'd advise him to step down at the end of 3 months, three years, as he wrote in his manifesto, and as they also wrote in the MOU, even if they did not sign that MOU. But as a group, they have agreed in a public space, that we are going to serve for 3 months. So this government, Barrow and his entire government, need to step down so we have an election at the end of 3 years. Now, if he wishes to go ahead to serve 5 years, that's entirely, constitutional. That's up to him. If he wants to stand again for another term, he has a right to do so. But then, I for one, I'm not going to vote for, him for a second term. I'm not going to vote for any president. I mean, I don't know yet, but as far as I know, in my present, composition, I don't see myself voting for a president 2 times in this country again. I mean, for me, I can only vote for 1 term, and that's it.
Abla, what said it in Senegal, Ma wahon wahe. You go to Liberia, Charles Taylor was asked to topple. When he toppled, they said you should hand over power to the civilian. He said, monkey walk, baboon eat. I will not do it. So,
I mean, it's not surprising. I think the unfortunate thing in the world, the tragedy in the world is we've made politics a game of lies, a game of, cheating, game of dishonesty. And so Obama just said it a few days ago in South Africa, that politicians should stop lying, and he said in the past, politicians, when they lie, you see some amount of remorse, but nowadays, when they lie, they even lie more, So Abdullah Wade certainly, manifests that, very well. And we have seen, that also happen, in the Gambia and many other places, various politicians saying one thing now and another time they, twist themselves and say something else. But again, it's up to citizens, really. For a person like me, as I said, I care about values. Particularly when you serve in public office, integrity matters. And so my advice to Barrow is not to enter into another wahed, but really to respect his word, to safeguard his integrity, and to recognize above all else, Omar, there's something, but again, it is about what values or integrity someone has, what kind of conscience you have. But let me say this. For me, the greatest honor for a citizen is when your fellow citizens put you forward and ask them to serve you. like as president. All right. Now, for me, that even for one day is honor that is invaluable, immeasurable, that is priceless. That for me is enough. If Gambians ask me, Madi, serve us for even one day as president, that I will utilize all of my energy, all of my strength to see. I do what is right for them. Okay. And even if it is one day, even if it is not enough, I want to be seen that they say at least this one day he was on this right path. So for me, I would advise Barrow, serve your 3 years and do the right and live. And history, this generations yet unborn will speak about a president called Adama Barrow who actually served his people. That's the greatest honor I think one can have. But it doesn't serve. You serve 20 years only to be chased out to go and live in Equatorial Guinea. What human being would live that kind of a life? Why? Accumulate all of that wealth only to be chased out to live like in Saudi Arabia or like Gaddafi to be killed by two little children. Yeah. But what does it serve? So I think one needs to advise our politicians, our citizens, for us to begin to ask ourselves, what is the purpose of our life?
Thank you so much, Madi Jabate, for your time. Fatu, you can stay there. I have Kitabu Fati here, comedian. When we come back, I will talk to Kitabu as well. So we'll take a short break and have the viewers queue with Mariam Sise. From when you come back, we'll talk to Kitabu. Thank you, Madi, for your time. Okay. Thank you. Okay.
Is it okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh.
Thanks so much.
Is the same for the 4G SIM. And guess what? With the 4G SIM card, you can also connect to the 3G network as well.
This is so cool. I'll replace my 3G SIM card right away to the real 4G SIM and receive my very own 1 gigabyte for free.
From AfriCell, it's always real and it's for free.
Hello, my name is Fatu from Fatu Network. The Trans-Gambia Bridge is set to be inaugurated in January 2019. It is said to be one of the biggest bridges in South Africa. What does this mean to the people and the business in the Gambia? Let's find out.
waaw loolu de xanaa dolli sant yàlla rek di xam ne yàgg nañ ko bëgg yàlla suñu borom dogal na ci nguuru Barrow la xëy na fa la eggee daal.
yoon moom la ñëpp soxla cim réew yoon bu baax buñ ko amee baax na trop.
mooy diggante Gambie Sénégal benn lañ ñëpp am jàmm xam nga business bi gën a mën a dox.
waaw loolu ni ma ko gisee man baax na lool baax na ci Gambia fii baax na ci Sénégal parce que man sénégalais laa mais Gambia fii laa toog yàgg naa fi am naa fi about 20 something years so dama gis ne comme maanaam suñ jógee fii nii dem Sénégal am jëli bagage léegi dañ de am problème pour jéggi buñ jaaree sayet Farafeña mais léegi su fekkente ne bridge ji pare na loolu dafa yombal dema dikk bi
temps bi ngay ñëw di xaar pour faire yi mën a yóbbu day yeex mais benn instant bu fekkee ne comme oto bi day ñëw rek jàll business bi day gën a gaaw.
parce que Sénégal ak Gambie ñëpp benn la loolu suñ defee bridge bi muy maanaam pont bi dem dikk bi sant yàlla lay doon parce que dem ak dikk bi xam nga féeri bi metti na torop neex na lool nag mais metti na ci côté.
bu paree dinañu mën a may possibilité yu bëri pour ñu mën faa jaar transport bi di gën a dox.
parce que am na time boo xam ne nii soo jógee Dakar pour indi bagage boo jaaree sayetu Farafeña léegi da ngaa ñëw balaa ngaa romb mun nga fa fanaan sax.
dina yombal dem bay dëkk bi ne xam nga léeg-léeg nga bëgg a dem Sénégal jëndi bagage da ngay xalaat yoon wi di yàgg ci yoon wi di fanaan ba bës ngay xëy di ñëw da fekkee da dem loolu am na da ngay mën a xëy suba dem jëndi waa liggéey jënd ñibbi si waa.
Welcome back. That was we apologize for the wrong clip there. That was the Vox Pop our reporters did on the Yeritenda Bambatenda crossing point, the bridge there, which will be inaugurated in January 2019. We apologize for that. We'll bring the viewers queue with Mariam Sise later. And Fatu, if you are online, I'm here with Kitabu Fati. Welcome, Kitabu.
Thank you so much, Aman.
Yes, I can hear you.
You can hear. We all know Kitabu is a comedian. Okay, I will allow you to introduce yourself.
Is it evening now?
I think it's the morning. Oh, okay. Anyway, it's fine.
Good evening, everyone. Gambia, outside Gambia, Guinea-Bissau, Casamance. If you have friends everywhere, you have to, at least keep the respect and the.
But I think Guinea-Bissau is outside Gambia.
No, outside them still I have to give them, their due, call the name. At least they should know that Kitabu is appreciating them too, because they appreciate me. Greeting everyone outside there is your man, Kitabu the comedian. Assalamu alaikum.
Fatu.
Yes.
Yes, I have with me here Kitabu Fati. And recently he did a video on the...
Yes, actually I follow him and I saw some of his comedy. Okay. He's good. But I don't have when it comes to, I'm like a news person. When it comes to comedy, I think I'll just let you handle that so you can ask him all the questions. But yes, I do follow him, especially after the Spider-Man in France.
Spider-Man, yes.
When he did that clip when everyone was trying to Kasele. That was a very funny one. So I think he's doing a great job, and I would recommend that he actually work with because now we have a lot of news agencies in Gambia. Yeah. So it would be good if he can share his work with all of us, with all the other different news agencies that we have. That would be good. I know that it's a difficult situation in Gambia when you're young and you have talent, because support is always a problem. Okay. We understand that very much. We know you're doing this and you're not making money. It's unfortunate. Exactly. But hopefully when you start working with all these news groups, who knows? Something could come out of it.
Thank you, Fatu.
Maybe I should ask him about that. How does he do it? Especially with limited funding.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you stay there. Do you know, before Kitabu starts, actually I have my favorite comedian was Alibaba. Do you know Alibaba in Nigeria?
Alibaba?
Alibaba, no. Yeah, maybe you don't know. So back in 1990, when Obasanjo was president, long time ago, when he came for the second time, he made a joke about Obasanjo. We did not go down well with Obasanjo, and he was angry. And the joke was, and Alibaba said there were people there was an event in Nigeria, and the organizers went and told Obasanjo that they were going to build an effigy, how do you call effigy again? In other words, statue. A statue to immortalize him. So Obasanjo told them, oh, that's a beautiful idea. And he asked the organizers, how much money is involved? And Obasanjo said, they told Obasanjo it's 50 million naira. And Obasanjo told them they should give him the money, he will go and stand there. So, so that was the joke. Yeah. So Kitab,
yes.
How has the comedy business been in this country?
Actually, like Fatu said, it's a tough job because comedy in the Gambia here is not easy at all. If you have talent in the Gambia, it's the motivation and the courage and the passion that keeps you moving. But the support from the people, like I cannot generalize it because some used to help. But companies and other places, you go there for sponsorship and other things, they turn you down or they hold your proposal and they won't even call you back. You have to be going and coming until you like SDR for Nyamendong. Some of them be kuntung. So that's it's a tough job in the Gambia here to be a comedian, and it's the passion that keeps you moving.
It's a passion.
Yeah.
Look, you have to switch it. There was a time your programs are on GRTS.
Yeah.
So what happened to that?
Actually, the program was going fine, and said it was one of the most watched TV show on GRTS. Like if you go to YouTube and other places, you check, you will see. But the problem was there was no enough sponsorship for the program, because I was not doing it alone. I was doing it with my group and other people. The camera crew and other things. All those things need to be taken care of. So it was so tough for me. Then I have to withdraw and start again maybe.
Now, if you will want to put the scale of preference here, the things you need, what will be your main thing that you need most?
Here, Omar, what I will need here is like the support of the country, the nation. You know, if I say that, I might say that like I need this, I need that, I need that. Yeah. But I don't think that's more important, because here, at least here we have the talent. Yeah. We can do adverts, we can do sensitization programs, we can do lots of things. You know, but if you know, institutions and other places are doing all those things for themselves, what are our benefits now? We are the artists. You can have an advert or a publicity. You give it to us. We write something down or we script something down and do it perfectly like how you want it. I think that's it's like a support from every corner of the Gambia. Gambian from the diaspora to here to the Gambia here. Let them support us. You know, let them give us the moral support and everything we need. Because doing comedy for now, for 10 years now is not a little job. And feeding your family with comedy is something that is very tough.
Comedy is a business.
You know, Omar,
yes.
if I may just come in there, just to tell Kitabu that the market in Gambia, I mean, it's very difficult for all of us. And any genuine business person, businessman or businesswoman, if they are to tell you the truth, because I see some people who will say they make a whole lot of money, the market is not there. That is the honest truth. What you go through, we go through that as well. We write proposals, we have to run after them, you have to follow a check, you have to go to the offices of the directors of everyone to make sure that your check is signed. So it is a difficult situation. And I just want to say it's not only for us, but it's for all of us. We go through the same problems as well. So what I'm trying to say is do not give up. Don't think that what is happening is only happening to you, or some of the Gambian artists would feel the same thing and say, you know, we have talent, we're trying to do a lot of things. But the market in itself, if you go to those that sponsor, they will tell you that business is also not working for them. They will tell you how hard it is for them. You go to the banks, they're not making money. So this is across everywhere. It's a situation that us in the business are all facing. But do not give up. Just keep trying. And one thing too that our people do, the young business people, we also expect too much money. I always tell people that. Like, for instance, our package is 1.5 million. For if we're dealing with companies like Afisal. But for instance, if you're dealing with small businesses, you can contact the Forex bureaus. You don't have to ask them that much. You know, just try to cut it down to something that is reasonable that you can have. Maybe that's also a problem, because we always like to ask for huge amounts of money. Like, no company in Gambia right now can give you $1 million just for adverts or just for, you know, what you do. I mean, I'm trying to be honest. I appreciate talent. You're doing very well. I wish we can have all your clips to air on the Fatu network. But also, try to see if you can also bring them down. You know, the kind of amount that you ask, maybe you need to look at that. Cut it down. You can have 10 of those. And if you have 10, you will still have $1 million. I think that's also something that you need to look into.
Well, we'll come to that. I'm here with our very own Kitabu Fati, and he has recently produced a video about the Spider-Man in France. So we'll take a look at that video. When we come back, we'll continue with Kitabu.
Thank you.
Sure. Yeah. All right.
Momo be moli be sele ka ni tara badi bi talolu sando mol ka sele ni tara nyomi bi mol be sele lu bolso ha nyaayo mali andi no je la men ken fana ngaje ifana be france je bi ni nyaay di ni sando sano ni nyaay ja wulu ye fay ko longo no sele ifano ni nyaay da ko da dron nyaay mol be sando sele no ha ani hani meta fa service ndangondo ni makaro no nyaay nyoji hade ndo wobe jande sa sando solo be jam ndefo ni wato ko no jansi dole sando len fo be sando ngasele ndan kondo sa ha ngasele le kende ke fa sele ngoy da wada sele faransi da wada sele ndan kondo ye kaydo so kaydo be je mo be sele kaydo ga sele ha izim na ga nyam yam sele mol be selo la jam sa Gambia jan science selo be kering ndan gondro magaro bari ni be selo la fanande mobile to le darajet ni bi dara sukui la mobile to ni mobile to le selo aske bul kan sam bismillah selo ndef mo be selo ko be jan sa.
Welcome back. That was Kitabu, and I'm here with him in the studios. So Kitabu is a Gambian comedian who has been in the comedy business for 10 years. And we are discussing the challenges and what are the way forward.
Lots of viewers.
In Ninja Mala video, I'm going to sell it. Sell all of it.
Abe France, abe France like afa kibis, muna fans wala me pare ndam mo lem fanam. So kabiringa nyina inje dorong hakilu tana telekan. Komboru nga call ngo comedy drop. What India nara jeko atara viral, and I was make kuja mamang. It was not that very tough, but ngajelako people love it. Yeah.
Is that for how many views le fenke the last time you checked Kabiro video?
I think Kabiro check it went up to 78,000 views.
Wow.
Yeah, 78,000 views. I also don't know. Yeah, I'm from a page but other pages yala model ka na video tale ki post YouTube. Ika YouTube channel lo create na name like ika post here so o malo na jama bi je malo.
So ka Kenya dile because moment yala ko de create a YouTube channel it for tola and the makala muta because this is intellectual property la do ko.
Yeah, actually because like niya korosi ntolunga like beating ndanga video fintindi aka views ro bakele but ngane ya complain le fang on like one of my Facebook live I complained it there ko molia bulaka na do water. Yeah, because nikata nga live video fonkele ni mpata live video nyim fang after ngata YouTube ngaji you see instantly ngata do ngata ji and they are making money out of that. Yeah, because ntol we mana YouTube ma monetize no, and we've been working like we want to work with people who can help us do that to monetize our YouTube channel so that like it's a kodo sort of noje abari mo sort of no but more kawakele they create lots of either be YouTube you type Kitabu, you will see lots of YouTube channels create on my name. What I'm and I only have one on YouTube called Kitabu the Comedian.
Okay, Kitabu the Comedian. That is the official one.
Yeah, the official one. It's called Kitabu the Comedian. But la fanala fatula kumala bangonyento like I remember Gambia here we know that it's very tough. The market is very tough. We all know that, but and really, I don't know other comedians, but actually I don't charge too much.
Okay.
Yeah, because I know Gambia. So if you charge too much here, they leave you and go in for somebody else. You know, Gambians like the only things that they think is quality is from outside. You know, even if you're doing something quality than the outside that doing it, they would rather take those ones and leave you here. But we don't charge too much. The only problem I have is like most of these companies here, they know me.
Yeah.
If I go there for sponsorship or any other thing, what they will tell me is like, my whole family used to enjoy you.
Yeah.
But I will leave my proposal there, or I will request for maybe sponsorship for my show or any other, they won't do it.
Okay.
So those are things that we are telling them to at least help us and support us, because anything we have is for the Gambia.
Yeah, because you can what more can him for like more can you go for but can for body.
Nde buka mbod mukala fi mbod lafu la kadum akamane la watu dul kadum de kadula bele ma so ni mbod lafu e bodol bije kanata foy bi fese lan ndum fese ko ndate je bari ndamo jaran kolti jara to nyata ba bari sita pakalindine
jara minto abata jara minto
jara to nyata ndamo to nyata ba
nga tonya tabalon nga tonya tabalon na dol bota jele na freno dol le bota je
okay do bota tonya ba sita pakalinding yeah
another thing
pakalinding
nga jelo ne nga tamale no nga ta pakalinding nga tama ka bo mansa konko
okay
nga ta pakalinding den nga tama ko te nga muru fo sankuya nga jaralon de
e dunduma lo jamala faaje de jelon
another thing
exactly bari kitabu comme nga foy ñamen drong aman sone ya bari mbeba katol la droit ba continuer la ya pousse proposal ko to ñane gambe no le email o sata ni proposal o kambele bari always ika follow up le do nga tala nga sila official ko ne ka follow ko ni fota droit sa fo he isi bata ante ka dunde nga sti
Toñalenke.
so dol bi je fana fo ise sisu demanding yeta you have to follow up bari ni wonte business o ni sa inteng a slotale demanding Gambia and dula belem slotale bake bari ala beti atan ton fana we would like to work with you Omar Wali bi je na si kacha da tin de fana natan salaba
no problem
okay thank you Fatu so hani say mbadi on nin kitabule be jang na comediano me ngalon ko mbe yatele long a meta ni business o ko na sanyi jama ke ja ko sanyi tan bari man dinkol quand même fo nane lalo keba moy la ko lo wulo le demo diata because ni man subo fa e buka fili wulo ko bari ngajele watini wate Gambia jang na mol kabre na musiciano lembang na comediano lembang e ko Gambianol manyang Gambiano to eka jalewa ko ada fan ko janne wala ko no bal ne su ko no bal so album ne atela mun la Gambiano le menke ko sifa nyinge pour yatel fanan promote Gambia jang
okay Omar o mu kulete mi alon ko bi ni artist ni kala bi wala ma o mu kulete mi alon ka aya ko kandi ni safo because bi Gambia mu banko wolti mi alon ko be wolonne Gambia no e bantala bankun ko aya kanu bakele Gambia fem botana nga ika Gambia no le bi aka musico la mo mi alanka man fem moje o manke beat o mun tolti because wodumo do la ke bal jang ika Kenya musico la mo bake o Kenya musico fay ka même foje bu ka moy bandan kon don Kenya musico play be mamman na iko si val enjoy abota je ko nge wodumo ka Indian musical fanan same thing Indian film iko le jibe bake bari bu ka do ka même fon yalla bari ko enjoy le ika fenga bari saying alay alma koy al fongo la mul wulita e ko kusi falke ndenga mire ye wol sembentu ya bake wala fisi ata fang ya ke banda because nya ko rosibi the last year I won the best actor the best comedian the best supporting actor ndila be win ya bar nga win nya di fanan comme like yalon voting lam and the voting was online ndala page last year it was 45,000 likes
wow.
Yeah, my page, not likes, is 45,000 likes. But could you imagine that 45,000 likes to vote for me? Yeah. I think men for a vote, among 3,000 of yeah, but among 3,000 fonsi. But men not okay, come like judges or jury la side. I like when they watch all our videos, they saw that I was much more natural than all those actors. Men be comedian be actor be because Nigerian be Sierra Leonean be other countries be all for be. But I won all those. Like I won those awards. So okay then because akaitan de la ko bi memba kata kanne. Because nimma kata ate fuda la level because natara non te munun doti nka nse sinu nga foko nganda hale because Gambia no mantara sembentu yaka e mantara ma koy kan bar mo be jibe because nga jele ko Gambia entertainment on need le Gambia but comedy is something me alonko mul malo comedy is beautiful bi ten isa du no jamon kono ite mo 10,000 taraje but isa tarano chojo kono 10,000 people taraje isa tarano like any other institution, it's 10,000 people taraje. But comedian say see more look on many alongo. I more will see. Why are live on TV? 10,000 taraje or 2,000 or 3,000 taraje. I come for more my benefits already. So mu kulete me alongo come. I am imari le sembentu ya nile. Na music le mo na everything na mo. Nyanta Gambia nyanta katala ngam famo takanu.
Mo fele jang pata PJ ako. Could you not venture into stand-up comedy show? Mengalong ko iba tala live band. Malong feka Alibaba and Trevor Noah in America. Ako for ito sifa keno to talk to people on most current issues because last time ngaje le do bondiko eko mansakunda fla lebijan.
Yeah.
Eko fodo do be face.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Often like stand-up comedies. Yeah. Nsabo jang, like I don't know others, but they have been doing it for a long time.
Okay.
Because ntela but mo be GRTS, I was doing it. Yeah, I do stand-up comedies after nga short comedy bula ko nga ku jamake. That's what I was doing. Like then after this Danny Constant and others, ye abundant theater, ya start ye pour create je. But kabiri yake the first edition and the second and third edition it better successfully. Then and it's going fine. Yeah, because more kana je lekasi and we are venturing into it. Yeah, stand-up comedy can ba push kan. inshallah.
Okay, viewers, this is the Fatu Network News Review. I am Omar Wali, and Fatu is on Florida, and we have here with me Kitabu Fati. We will have a short break, the viewers queue with Mariam Sise. When we come back, we'll continue with the program.
Hello viewers, welcome back to Viewers Deep with Mariam Sise. Earlier on today, State House of the Gambia tweeted and they said the presidential tour delegation entering West Coast region at this tumultuous welcome the president was received at Kalanji by the governor and supporters of KMC. We are coming. Gainaka editor also posted on Twitter and they said you want to be updated about homes in Washington DC and across the world, then consider joining us HomeSnap app, which helps you get homes and also it helps you get a lot of house worldwide. In case if you're interested, just log into their website. HomeSnap app is the name of the website. Time newspaper also posted and they said Serena Williams wanted Italian food for dinner, so her husband whisked her away to Italy. It's that not cute to have a husband that actually does everything for you? I'm sorry guys, today we didn't have enough news for you on Facebook. This is all we got today, but tomorrow I assure you we'll come back with more news. And don't forget to also like us on Facebook with the same title and your thoughts as well. Thank you for watching once again.
Welcome back after that viewers queue with Mariam Sise. I am Omar Wali, and in the studios you have Fatu's Kitabu Fati. And Fatu is also on the line in Florida. And Kitabu is a comedian. Moya fanyala kama mira ko angale ka mo.
Imas. Moya mira mankaram marankaran daldi. Banana wan linke school daldi. Alhamdulillah.
Okay, we will take another video of Kitabu. When we come back, we'll continue with the show.
Hi. Sunguro. Na ba war dum be ñaari ni moy musu ñi ma ñi no na ñi saati yaay asa yaay da fay barata jida ni mom tamit detala ata musu ñi ma so la ko rek non kabri ngeje man fe man mi mira mo na man kel damma ngi mira damma le billahi wallahi musu ko yo sa boro
ndara ñi ñay tel ka ko be lor man
ani ñata mala ngasi illa wado lor ngo yafo
ita len te bay ñi ñaa
c'est na ko ñi mama nice wala wundi no bari ibe sengi
bari yaay man ke kumbara bari ni ko
mo ne ke kumbara bari
ya kumbara na fu sifa do ko na ngama fu kumbara bari ni mo
ani ko kumbara bande man kumbara fa wala
ida man kumbara
ani malo
kumbara na fu sifa be ko na ngama fu kumbara bari ni mo muyti
ndara mba falina
bagaw
bari billahi wallahi o batu ndo ngadiam sai kanu ngakano men fon foye fon mi na kumbara bari ni ko ka fu kumbara bari ni may na ko fu
ite ente kanu
kende ke ngakanu ke la kabiri nyam dum mo kanu hani fama ma kanu nyam
tibi maneri nte ifanji be bambiti da pato foye kunte mo be fanji be ida pato jogo buru kambano buru da pato ko ya jela be nyame ida pato jogo wala ida soji be
para man futa wuro
kambani de seba ina na modo nyantante wonda silo kan kadi am bar won jetete ida class hay bata la puriti ida ke fan korasi
ko
ni ke fan korasa ibida men fama min don ko mbe bara fay ka sunka ndani modo nyantante diam la mi yan ko na lo ta do mbe karba de sero mo bara man ke mbe dam fo pour ni lo fon diam ni fa ni respect
no haruna la manan sido ga ba afonyo la asero bang
ida ko sunkan ni
ka sunkan
fo ite fele kante di mot nte manta ante ni mo manta lo fayti pour to be sunkana do ni ko be sunkana da paton to fa
para ka yende hey kana tinna duni jama rahmanu fa nay venga ni man
ko malo
inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un
ite ko mebile mo ala to la do wala nyama mebile dama ga mo si fadi
Welcome back. I am Amar Wali, and I'm here with a comedian, Gambian comedian Kitabu Fati, and Fati also is on the line in Florida. Kitabu, iko kambani deseba. Ni nara fana iko ya haruna lama.
Along bi muso iko wuli ala ka muso nyini to nyala kasin mfana mbo wuli ala tira ka mara man fe boldo
manat na
man fe boya long wuli do bijeni afa kana ko wato dol biji akati nyarol ke abuka de darke so wala ngamel wala ketan ndoro
yalo ngajele comedians most of the time itelo kay comic katar mol entertain kan say and nimol stress ay gala nim video lo because most of I keep on laughing so when need a kamfare kam nek feka kamfala folom
yalong Omar a comedian or maybe an actor or any other, come like artist. Ntolu kan ni ku ya men soto nka mabole nga ku fintindi mul kam men ya lon ko wala be diala muli ndol ni ku ya nyaawo nya bari mul la sewo wala kan tol wala kan tol fanan sewo ndi so wala na we keep on the job because ntol la sewo wala kan tol sewo ndi
because comedian killing na afonyo ko nada kamfada akadela hesino because I know the guy for a very long time but na wana ja kamfa nka ko nita feka ina ka kamfala ko nka ni kamfala ka muna ko akadela la hesino
oh no bola nyama because among easy comedy ma easy because ndela like ndela dindimo na dindila mama ka fanya kitabu bukan komandi bukan fanya baha ka fanya kitabu yala katara to understand ni meke ku fam mo buke sobe la ikatara sobe yala fam mo buke lo nde mol kan dajal waro silo kan ni mo nyaaye yalla obe gambe ayenje ya woto le bahena wa fanye wo sai bahena wo tenen yalon so but come it will ka ikamuta nyaming come they think how you behave come on the screen come ni bole nyama banta so nyanta kelaw le nyama drong parang nka ni ko asoro kan na on stress ndingol sol tenen because ninko mbe communique la banda mbake la bongo ndingol fonde ko lula
so ega stress
je yendra na soko ne be jakal yendra soko nka nya ku yalla suddu do be je silo kam fay ko kitabu ka nya ku abage watra umunda nyalti nim pare tan na me tola kudolti bari silo kam fanan nda ko fo yalla ite be news review la jambi ite fin la sa ko news be ko yugul bamul no. It does not even make sense. Comedy do la nyama ko mbalu fengona lafta soto kala wolto sinin samu anin lafta lenga mbanyol lim fanyol teranga wala kono so comme te fe ala yalo
bari ke nyako ya ma ne nyako mo
la ila ami ko do mun nga nyaaku ya jama buga nya to jede jama ya soko bari ya ndol nyaaku ya fon jama di je ka ndol mu kemulu nyaw bala so kemulu nyaw manjara nyaaku ya wa wala
so ya fu nam
woleje comme surwa kangolu manika kango angale kango andi nyunbe
okay abe mo yes
okay for like surwa kango kan zafo meta wala because like we did a video called the democracy umusurwaldi abe wo fana be YouTube le umusurwa kango waldi people in kakele different time kakele nka surwa samananje English onana English movie je mi alon ko ndenga kele nte Nancy Nance aning Binta Kasama aning Zaidi o Dimate o fana be YouTube le nkol kele we have people nga video fana so me an ko they are already subtitled wo video le aworo dina fang and like more afofanko e ka play Brussels laze comme ning play no kata den e ka play akono so wol bebe jele we do all those things here ngol be kele
okay well Fatu ya moela ko eko fanankele in order bari janinga fenko programme close yale ko mol kela do ko ta ya use for their personal gains so laftale ya fo mole jang men me yalon ko be jibero ani men yalon ko ba jubel comme like ila official wano atodu mona like official YouTube fenko nyinti
na YouTube name is Kitabu the Comedian Facebook fanamu Kitabu the Comedian ladi Kitabu KITABU D ega dila use amange THED D comedian I call it use pour kana video jibenga ama mefan we did a video for Sadio Mane Senegal it's a hit video abitaka kenne ka di ubiwe na page into Kitabu the Comedian and we are working me series for ndogu kan I'm working with Seomar Sawane he's the Actors Guild president atlemun ndola manager atlemun atleka most of the films atleka safe so we are working on a film called Lanjuro. Lanjuro musiris la me alonko mampentu koma. Ujama le bakono. Me alonko it's anyanta borla 6 months TV. It's a classic film. Me alonko everything you think of nga ko bile keje. Pour ka Gambianul karandi ka Gambianul kontandi ke se wonde nga ku jama le keje. So from there we want to lafta surwata fana samba nan call konbi. Mo fana samba nan nyaato ye.
Suwa ka moy ba
suwa kan na dama de ñambas de am nga
kitabu how about malum foy kaw kele bang comme yalong yafule ka record ka dundi YouTube so yalo betata but ite dente we yalo no ko YouTube fana is not what people think among sia men ka soto je but he's saying how about comme ni eventual soto tateng ni eventual programme yalo ka sia Gambia ñi galal lemba ñi dinan le ñi kol foy ni wol fana mbuka kacaban pour kali penkeje comme hani 5 minutes something
okay
buka aussi fal fananke
like sinya kilinam program ka jenden kata and people love it mulka like bakele because program kilimbeje o comme sojaro la programme with Pape Diouf wo mesiri nun na bun kono fa farato ye call ke ko sojaro le nyininga yalla menu ndamen transfer ko sojaro le nyininga so den nga se mor ko nka ko sojaro le nyininga e ko le nyininga mun be keri la no ma fende natara kulem jangata ngata border ngi batu nje so ka benno anata call nata foko la CDS le nata comme la programme woni ngala ala fta ngata raje yeah because he knows that he's a huge fan of me so ndaraje but that day people love it na communicate
exactly
yeah people love it comme quand même fo yeah comme même problème oti comme gambenol kanyi nan tollale they watch our videos ikajibe le ni ajibe yalo ning programme sifa we kanyi nan jama bi kanyi nan nale watara wala manyana kela because ntolle be banko di andi kan so ni programme sifa wulta nyantan tolle contact la nyantan tolle command la ngana ngaje di andi because wala mun tolla me jodi bi wala be ko do di lan tolla yalo advatol ale fe ika advatol compagnie fonka di la compagnie di ngol la wol men dol fondi kan yalo ne bi janni bita mo bon nan banda o be advato di la modo la banda be ku kele je mi yalo ka ite mo la freestyle mi yalo ko Gambia be ya kanu because nte alhamdulillah ngala tentule jang ni ninde findita Casamance jang iba fala ni man sala findita because once nga video post Facebook people were surprised wul kante bendu ne ko kudo e kam bendu ne ko like because artiso man sia yalo santo do jam fanan the same thing nde hanen dala force pinto jana Cow Johnson jang I was surprised nde nga programme Star TV nde tala Cow Johnson mo findi dala fonte jakalda man dala la fonga jara because wala mo ni mo li men kanu ika wala use pour que la business o wafi mo li men kanu ika wala use pour ni la banko dingola fm ka ko ndo imati nya ma fay so o mu kulete me alon ko gameno nyanta mako la aning like ndala to fonam fola Ministry of Tourism and Culture you concentrate na ko la fanam bage because bi tourism ya fo dawo da be culture malal o muto nyalti yalo ne so culture bi menu ka balundi wala mun tolti menu be théâtre ki kan suba kan le bagam mandinga kan le bagam kan dola benna culture le wafi kan banda so benna culture wafi la nyaadi le natare tol fana yem mako yen sembentu ya ilo tanye o angalo ne adura nyaawo nyambitale yeah because nte dima nte sanji tama be kono na man visa abla na man tama na tama jamba ka me na visa fani wala kasa masdane ni bara pleno le wekela nyaadi no ple Fadi no mala ganyadi. Sai kali nim programme keri programme moy. Pensa fe ya kije ya fo ko jandim programme ko dati. Insi stand up comedy kale no hana tra kila minute lullet kali wo try because ni also to event all beto. Wo is very good.
Fatu. Nkanyi ninkala fona fabe kanyira la kabula kulunti la ma. Ibo fala nyomi ngol da hayla ka dum kulinti la baran tol bon dol jara janga nyanda kulinti la fon kala because jara jam fanal so nyanda kulinti la fon kala jil pro bayil la ngana kolki alors ni ka tatu dum kulinti la jara yelo be yawo mole ngala jara yalo finally Omar Wali munen ne amirate hayani la Omar Wali munen ne amirate hayani kabula adin kanyi ninkala ka kana mambula pleno la so kanyi ninkawo aning kukelim bi lafta fana la fa janne bi da wala diaspora wen sol fana because bi na fan sol siata wol to fang bake ji alhamdulillah fan sol siata ji le na WhatsApp fans club so dal de almost WhatsApp fans club lulu membe mbulu mi alon ko alhamdulillah dolu je yemma koy camera to aning individual fana mi alon ko yemma koy fanga dul to alhamdulillah wol kam ma koy bake but still lafta mem fole wala ila programme sol to bi teng e programme men ko mandi Gambian week la o Gambian programme aduta nyaawonya Gambian fo nyanta taraje yalon because beating ndangaje Uganda o donnal o dindingol ghetto kids kabire do start amam made few months yani balona don ike invite la sade dimol fonke invite kana ke la programme o diandi yalon why not do fana na molu because bi alhamdulillah mba menke kan adiata molende so ni programme sol soto yen sambaje nganna kundin kanya ni ke je ngasena sanyam fanan sa foko Gambian ol nyantan tole yen kanule
yal na memenge ka di akadia diene bani programme no soto je waro do je do famo je ne safe ke dangu o do je ne safe aka mane bulu wo be dani ko wala baake
Fatu finally kana tale
asayo kay mom definitely la même fois to nyale si gambe no men be diaspora to e fanan ka event to soto wusa ko Atlanta ma fangol to nga kala muta ko Florida jam fana Miami fana nyanta programme ba la jang August end of last week in August so ma organize a long bari comme wol fana liwe la moy kam wala moye long ay même photo nyale nyanta ke bulandi wo kono parce que ni janjibe nin najira no le programme so de ke la molle nati nin sala riyon no le programme so de ke la molle nati bari gambe no won ndeysaan well Nadal is very unfortunate but in kada give up and I like the spirit afana ya fo nyame hani kawani wo ko be koleari amabula abe continue kan ay continue wala drong bari gambe no men be diaspora to ngejele fele be jibero la alsi alfanan kali woke alla programme wala kali gambe no dundi je men yalla ko talent be la because o bebe en ko dale Omar.
All right, thank you so much Fatu. Finally
But okay, mom, so definitely I will be ready on time.
Okay.
And I will have a better setup because right now I'm using my phone. I forgot to, buy some things I need to use my laptop. But tomorrow, inshallah, I will use my laptop and I'll do a better job. I promise.
Okay. All right. So,
well, thank you very much, Omar. You're doing great.
mba fala mo ndron ko ya baraka bake Fatu ni Omar mbal be tentu langal jayi ka do ne mo ko mande nang sifa la ko mata bake wala nata ndango wala mbe fansol be dawda Senegal Dakar Guinea Bissau Casamance America UK dawda like fansol be dawda do be tentu la be jayi la be kontona bake fanan ala baraka bake albadi ma Sheikh Oustaz Kitab
Oustaz
nge fa ngal nga programme do so do ko Oustaz Kitab
okay.
So alhamdulillah ala baraka baki.
Thank you. That's all we have for you today. I am Omar Wal and this is Kitabu Fati, a Gambian comedian. There are still challenges. When you talk about South Africa, you talk about Trevor Noah. You talk about Nigeria, you have Mr. Ibu, the Alibaba and others. You talk about Uganda, we have Ankansima and Pablo. So when you talk about Gambia, we should talk about Kitabu to give him support and all others in this entertainment industry. So that's all we have for you today. Thank you from me and my crew. Thank you so much.